Assalamualaikum and good morning. Welcome to Russian Language and Culture. Thank you for being here with us. Without further ado, I would like to introduce Alena Belozertseva. I hope I pronounced your name correctly, Alena. All right, without further ado, we'll call upon Dr. Zainab as the Director of International Affairs to give a welcome remarks. Dr. Zainab?
Yeah. Thank you, Ms. Asmahan. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum. A very good morning, especially to our speaker this morning, that is Alena Belozertseva. All right. And Alena is from the Assistant Director, the RussianCentre of Science and Culture, based in Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia. So once again, Alena, thank you very much for being with us this morning. And I would like to also say on behalf of the top management of University Technology Mara that we thank you very much for this initiative. Okay, to all the UITM students and staff, so Assalamualaikum, very good morning. So again, I'm really happy to be here this morning because it's the first language and culture series organized by the Office of International Affairs, OIA. So it's really nice to see all of you taking part this morning, especially in adopting to the new normal due to COVID-19 pandemic. So we know that the current crisis that we find ourselves in is unparalleled and its scale in modern history. All right, and that leads us to actually adapt to the new normal. All right, there will be new opportunities for us to rethink on how things can be done despite the disruptions and all the challenges ahead of us. So again, we need to not forget also the lessons from the past to also help us forge ahead and stronger. To all the students and all the participants, faculty members of UITM, so once again, as we listen to Alena's talk on Russian language and culture, we will definitely see how similar or different our cultures are in terms of music, songs, artists, soccer, games, sports. So something for us to learn from one another. Now, just to update everyone this morning that UITM has actually collaborated with embassies in Malaysia to establish relationships and also networks. Discussion was on possible opportunities for us to actually collaborate between UITM and universities in various countries. For your information, UITM is also planning on various collaboration efforts on significant milestones in UITM's global collaboration in various parts of the world despite the pandemic. It is hoped that this networking paves the way for our way forward. Now, as a result, UITM also hope to promote academic programs from various faculties, centers of excellence, and again, establish networking opportunities, and in hoping that it will result in successful MOUs, MOAs, Memorandum of Understanding, Memorandum of Agreement with universities around the globe, including Russia. For your information, we only have one university from Russia that we have an MOU with. Okay, so you can imagine one. So hopefully after this talk, we will have many more, yeah, Alena? All right. So Alena and also participants this morning, so we hope that this will mark a positive step towards further collaboration between University Technology Mara and universities in Russia to develop strong partnership and academic collaborations especially. All right, so we hope to be bold in our new normal approach, which is this, all right? We cannot travel physically, all right? When time comes that we can travel physically, then we're all gonna be there, Elena. So we know that today global education is the trend. We need to prepare our graduates with the rapid advances in technology and at the same time meet new challenges. I believe this is a time to develop sustainable programs and impactful activities for all of us to further enhance UITM's presence in the global arena. Changes in higher education, we know that provides new hope for all of us. The uncertain future can be secured through the changes infused in education. So I think it's very pertinent to sustain the global partnership between UITM and the universities in Russia to further flourish relations in education and of course between these two countries. I certainly hope that UITM and new partner universities have the possibilities of establishing cooperation between the universities in Russia and Malaysia. Let us forge stronger ties in the future. So we understanding our strengths, our similarities and differences too will pave the path to a more informed decisions that we can be doing to achieve our educational goals. So sound comprehension of a country's culture, a country's economy, policies and politics is definitely imperative for successful educational linkages. So certainly, in conclusion, we believe this will lead UITM in the direction of a better future through forward-thinking and innovative approaches in education together with our new partners or partner from Russia. So with that, all participants and our distinguished speaker this morning, ladies and gentlemen, I hope we will all benefit from the talk given this morning. Thank you very much. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Thank you, Dr. Zaina. So without further ado, so I'm going to give the floor to Alena. You can start your presentation whenever you're ready. So hopefully we'll gain something from this session. To you, Alena.
Thank you very much, Dr. Zainab, for the brief introduction. Yes, I'm here today to tell you more about Russia, the country which is a bit far, but still I think Russia and Malaysia has a lot in common, and we have a lot in common history. We have a history of friendship. So I think we should know more about each other. Yeah. Thank you for organizing this lecture, and thank you, Miss Ida, and thank you, Miss Asmahan. I really appreciate your help, and it's the best organization. Thank you, students, for joining us this morning. I hope it's not too early for you because now you're still on vacations, as I know. Okay, so usually when I start my lectures, I start with a question. Because usually I want to know like what people know about Russia, but I know that all microphones are muted. So let me share my experience, like what people usually think when they hear the word Russia in Malaysia. So usually people say that it's cold, which is true, but only in winter. Usually people know some people of Russia. It's our president, Vladimir Putin. Some people know the first man into space, Yuri Gagarin. Yes, which is also true. And some people, they know like that a lot of students go to Russia to get a very good education, higher education, which is also very true. Since students are watching a lot of movies, I think that from American movies, you imagine Russian people something like this. Scary people in the hat, in Oshanka, always scary, always not smiling. Yes, this is not true, and I hope today after the lecture you will see that we are actually different. Okay, let me start sharing now with the presentation. Give me 1 second. Yes, I think it's working like you can see it, right? Okay, I hope like if everybody's silent, it works. Let's start with the geography. So Russia is the biggest country in the world. And yes, the territory, the territory is 17 million square kilometers. So it's covering 1/7 of the Earth's surface. Russia is surrounded by 12 seas and 3 oceans, the Pacific, the Arctic, and the Atlantic. You can see we have a lot of neighbors. It's more than 15 countries, and we have actually sea borders with USA and Japan. Yes, usually people imagine that Russia, like more like European part of Russia, but actually no, it's quite big and taking a huge part of Eurasia mainland. So here you can see our flag. Flag is behind me. It's quite simple, but very meaningful because white is for purity, blue is the color of all our oceans and rivers, and red, we call the red color the color of beauty. So it's all represented here. And you can see our coats of arms. You can see the bird. Yes, usually also I ask the question, what is the bird and why it has 2 heads? But since we are like muted, so let me explain that this bird is an eagle. And it has 2 heads because Russia is very big. And the eagle must see east and west to be able to see all enemies if they want to enter the country. So even eagle needs 2 heads to cover all the territory. These are not official symbols of Russia, and I'm sure when you open any source about Russia, the first thing you will see St. Basil's Cathedral, which is on the left. This is a cathedral on a red square in Moscow, in the capital of Russia. On the right, you can see the Kremlin, Moscow Kremlin, and the building with the flag, it's where our president is working. And of course, you can see unofficial symbol is Matryoshka doll. Later, we will see how it works and why there are small and big same pieces and what is it for. Another nature symbols of Russia is a chamomile flower, which is a symbol of love and family. Usually Russia is associated with a bear. Yes, we have bears, but not on streets. Bears are in nature, in the forests. And the beautiful birch trees, a white color with the black spots, which also you can see in our forest, and which we see as a symbol of Russian nature, very beautiful one. Okay, all of you know that the president of Russia is Vladimir Putin. So let me move a bit. The president is the head of the state, is the head of Russia, and guarantor of the constitution and of human and civil rights and freedom. The president is elected for a 6-year term by the Russian Federation citizens on the basis of universal, equal, and direct suffrage by secret ballot. This is our quite new Prime Minister, Mikhail Mishustin. He was appointed on the 16th of January 2020, and he is the executive order of the Russian president. If we talk more about Russian Federation, Russian state, our kind of parliament is the Russian parliament consists of the State Duma and the Federation Council. You can see on the photos how they look like. The capital of Russia, as I told you before, is Moscow. Moscow has beautiful ancient sites as well as modern sites. And you can see here the Kremlin, the Moscow city with the skyscrapers, and the Bolshoi Theater. Bolshoi, we will also later learn some Russian. Bolshoi means big. Yes, it's not only big inside, it's the main theater of Russia where you can see the best pieces of ballet and opera. Russia is very famous for its underground. And the Moscow underground has 14 lines. It has 232 stations and covers over 408 kilometers. What is very nice about the Moscow Underground that every station has its own design, which is very, very beautiful. And here you can see one of the stations. It's not museum, it's the station of Moscow Metro. So train system of metro we use in other 8 major cities of Russia. Another city, the cultural capital, or we also call it the Northern Venice, is St. Petersburg, which was founded by Tsar Peter the Great. It is like a city museum because every building in the city is so beautiful. You can see on pictures, it's the Winter Palace, where the Hermitage, one of the biggest museums in the world is. And you can see bridges of St. Petersburg. As I told you, St. Petersburg is the Northern Venice. So it has a lot of channels. It has a river inside the city. So when a bigger ship needs to come through, the bridges are going up. It's only at night, not in a daily time, and it has its schedule. So if you're late for the bridge, you cannot cross the channel. What I wanted to tell you about today, and my main idea of my lecture today, is Russia is all about diversity. Usually when people talk about Russia, they think it's very, very cold. And I think that they imagine like pictures and photos like this, like you see now in the screen, that it's Arctic coast and white polar bears are walking. Actually, no, people do not live in Arctic coast and Arctic prairies. The temperature might go there in winter -50, but still there is summer there, and in summer temperature might go to +10. Russia has the world's largest forest reserves. They are concentrated in the northern European region, Siberia, and the Far East. Basically, Siberia is dominated by pine forest called taiga. You can see it here. You can see some animals which lives in our forest, the elk, fox, and usually when we talk about, for example, our culture, about fairy tales, fox, hare, wolf, bear, they are all heroes of our traditional fairy tales because we can see them in our forests. It's different from Malaysia because heroes of Malaysian fairy tales are kancil, crocodile, monkeys, which live here in jungles. So yes, these are our heroes. These are our heroes of fairy tales. So please remember, we have a very big forest reserves. Russia is called as lungs of Europe. I think you will be surprised that we have prairies. It's a land with mostly grass and without trees. And the climate here in winter might go to -35, but in summer to +35. And the summer is very dry and hot. The next surprise is that we have deserts. And it's a very small part of Russia, but still we have it. And the winter might be very cold, but summer is quite hot. It can go, the temperature might go to +50. We have several mountain ranges in Russia, which called the Urals, the Caucasus, the Altai, and the other. So it's very beautiful site, and you can see volcano at the bottom. Yes, we have land of volcanoes, Kamchatka, where you can enjoy also hot springs and geysers. Russia has over 2 million rivers. Here you can see the biggest river in Europe. It's called the Volga, and it's famous by its sturgeon fish, from which you can take a black caviar. It's a rare species now, so actually we cannot take them, and they are under protection of the Russian government. One more beautiful site I would like you to know is the deepest lake in the world, which is called Baikal. It's not only the deepest lake, it's the largest freshwater lake in the world. So it contains more water than the Baltic Sea. The Baltic Lake has its unique nature, and I think this is the only lake where you can find freshwater seal. In winter, it might have a lot of ice, and it's like a huge ice skating rink. So Russia has winter. Let's repeat it. And yes, winter is December, January, and February, which are winter months. But after winter in Russia comes spring. And you can see here, do you see the girl with the white flowers? As Japan has sakura flowers, we have apple tree blossom in spring, which is very beautiful. And I really advise you to visit Russia during this time. After spring, Russia has summer. Summer is full of flowers, full of berries. We love berries very much. We have different vegetables, fruits. I think for students will be very interesting that all summer we have vacations. Our vacations at school are 3 months: June, July, August. This is more like school students. For higher education students, for universities, usually students rest for July and August. They have exams in June. After summer comes autumn, and autumn has amazing colors. We call it golden because of the yellow leaves on trees. It's a harvesting time for us, and we get in harvest for the long winter. Okay, I hope that you could see the diversity in nature and seasons in Russia. So it's not only winter, it's not only cold. Another thing I would like you to know, that we're having a population of 146 million people, but with more than 190 nationalities. So in terms of nationalities and religions, we are also very diversity country. So you can find Slavic, Russian and other Slavic folk groups. You can see their costumes here. They're very bright, and actually I have also today one on me, one of the scarves in a red color represented traditional colors of Russia. But we have Tatars and Bashkirs, other nationalities. You can see the costume. Most of them are Muslim, and yes, we have Russia is a federation. So inside federation, we have different regions, we have republics, we have states, which we call oblast. So we have a republic called Tatarstan with the capital Kazan, where a lot of Tatars nationalities lives. Look at next faces and costumes. These are Buryats and Kalmyks, which lives in the north of Russia. And most of them, we have Buddhism. We will see it later. Another example for you. Remember that I told you about Caucasus mountain range. So we have there over 62 ethnic groups. Some of them are Ossetians, Lezgins, Chechens. They have their own language, culture. Look at the costumes, so beautiful. Here you can see also Far East groups and indigenous people, which we call Yakuts, Nenets. They use a lot of fur in their culture because they live in the colder regions. Yes, they have also their own culture and language. As I told you, we have all religions of the world represented in Russia. So we have Orthodox Christianity, Islam, Judaism, Buddhism, and other which you can imagine. So here on the photos you can see the example of Orthodox Church. Orthodox is a part of it's Christians, but you maybe mostly know Catholics. So Russia is mostly represented by Orthodox. You can see here like Islam represented in Russia, and you can see the very beautiful mosque, the heart of Chechnya, and celebration, Muslim celebration in Moscow. You can see we're having Buddhist temple. It's a golden temple of Buddha in Kalmykia. Another thing I wanted to, as I mentioned in the beginning, I told you that here many people knows Russia for its education, because many Malaysians go to Russia to get a very good but not expensive education. Here you can see on the photo the Moscow State University. It's here in this beautiful building. In Russia, we have more than 900 universities, and most of them, like more than 500 state universities, and other are private universities. So if you have interest to study in Russia, please let us know, because we are having full scholarship for students to study in Russia, for Malaysian students to study in Russia. If you're interested, we have all levels of education, master, PhD, bachelor, additional programs, as well as we have all specialities. Even if you want to study ballet, music, or some serious physics, mathematics, whatever you have in your head, please contact us about the scholarship to study in Russia. The tuition fee will be all free. Okay, let's go next. So today we are talking about the culture of Russia, and later we will talk about the language. On the left, you have a doll. This is a toy. We call it nesting doll, Matryoshka. If you're in front of your screen, please try to repeat it. Matryoshka. So I will also show you later when I will switch off the presentation. Inside one doll, you can find another. Then you open next and you find another, and next and next and next. Here you can see a very huge matryoshka with they could count 18 pieces. That's really amazing. On the right from me, I hope on the right from you too, you can see a Russian traditional teapot. How do we drink tea? In a bigger thing, we are putting water and we warm it. So there is a hot water. You can see a tap. So water come out when you turn on a tap. And in a smaller teapot, we have a thick tea. So we take a cup, we put the thick tea first, and then we add hot water from a bigger teapot. The bigger teapot, the beautiful one with the tap, we call samovar. You also can try to repeat after me. Samovar. Samovar. As you can see on samovar, and as you can see on a tray, in our culture, in our patterns, we use a lot of flowers, we use a lot of berries. This is what we see around us and use it for our traditional patterns. Let us see other examples. Here you can see the jewelry box made in a painting of Palech. You can see Khakhlama souvenirs, which are also used a lot of gold and red. And we have a beautiful blue and white color souvenirs, gzhel. They call gzhel. These are traditional toys. You can see here Dymkovskaya clay toy. You can see a basket, birch bark. Remember, we were talking about birch tree, the white and black, and a Russian doll tea cozy. Yes, if we have interactive session, I will definitely ask you, how do you think, for what do we use this huge doll? But yes, you're muted, so let me answer. You can put teapot inside or a cup of tea inside. So under the doll, your tea will not become cold, will not become ice, because it will be covered and the temperature will be preserved. Okay, Russian traditional music instruments. You can see a triangle string instrument which is called balalaika. Later I will also show you mine, but I cannot play. I tell you in advance, I can only show. Yes, balalaika has only 3 strings, but in spite of this, it has a wonderful, very Russian, very traditional sound. And another instrument is accordion. You can see it here. Yes. Okay, this is, I think, one of our favorite part, and I hope that you had your breakfast. You are not hungry now, because we are going to talk about Russian cuisine. So most popular 5 components of Russian cuisine are potatoes. You can see mashed potatoes here, bread. We use a lot of eggs, meat, and butter. As well, we use vegetables like cabbage, cucumbers, apples. We use a lot of milk, sour cream, milk products. We have mushrooms. We have berries, honey, and garlic, onions, yes, are our spices, and we have a lot of pickles. So usually pickles are not only cucumbers, but we have a lot of pickled vegetables such as tomatoes, cabbage, and so on. Russia, as you knew from the before, is like it's cold in winter. So when it's cold, we eat hot soup. We have a culture of eating soups. Usually before the main dish, we love to see some soup. And here you can see some examples. You can you see the red soup? I think it's one of the most famous. The red soup is called borscht. You can repeat after me too, borscht. It is red not because of tomatoes and not because of chili. We do not have chili traditional dishes. It's red because of beetroot. If you can actually find here in Malaysia in supermarkets Beetroot is like a looks like a reddish, but a very, very red color, and we use it a lot in our traditional cuisine, in salads, in soups, in other dishes. You can see here some it's cabbage soup and other soups. In the middle, you can see actually cold soup, which we eat in summer. Like, don't judge me strictly, because today I prepared only like some interesting and made dishes. I cannot introduce you all of them, because it's we have a lot. Some of interesting dishes for you might be холодец. Холодец is on the left. It's like a jelly meat. Yes, which I think sounds amazing. If you ever go to Russia, please try it. We have dumplings. Yes, you can find it in Russia. We call it пельмени. And I think many of you might know beef stroganoff. It's pieces of beef cooked with the cream sauce. Beef stroganoff is an internationally known Russian dish, so I think maybe you already tried it. Yes, this is the delicious part of Russian cuisine. It's Russian pancakes. Pancakes we can eat with honey, with sour cream, with jam, with meat, with fish, with caviar. Yes, you can see like here. Another interesting thing is sырники. Sырники are made from creamy cottage cheese. As I told you before, we have a lot of milk products. It's not only milk, it's not only sour cream, it's like many kinds of cheese, many kinds of something like yogurt, kefir with milk bacteria inside. So sырники are like pancakes, but made from creamy cottage cheese. Maybe one day we can cook it together, or I can share a recipe with you. Another interesting thing, as I told you, we have a huge bread culture. It's оладьи, something like a pancake. Pastries, пирожки. These are stuffed bread. So inside usually we put something. It's not empty inside. It's not only dough. It's it can be meat. It can be egg and onion, like many different things. And you can see cottage cheese. This is what we call cottage cheese. Usually we can eat it in for breakfast with honey or berry jam, or like we put sour cream. It depends on how people like it. Some unusual drinks. I prepared only unusual for you, so also to be surprised and to see the diversity as well in the Russian cuisine. This is кисель. Кисель is made by mixing water with potato starch flour and smashed fruits. Then we boil this mixture. It's like a bit like a jelly drink. Yeah, very good for your stomach. Another thing, it's compote. Like, what is the idea? In summer we grow all vegetables, all berries, but we cannot take it in winter, right? Because in winter everything is covered with snow, no vegetable, no fresh fruits. So what we do when we collected berries in summer, we boil it together with water, and we add a bit of sugar, and then we keep it for winter. So in winter we have an opportunity to drink this drink full of vitamins, and we can enjoy the berry taste even in winter. This is compote is very popular, made of dry fruits in schools and in kindergartens, and all children like it. A very unusual milk drink. It's called простокваша. It's the milk-based acid beverage. It's usually served cold. Okay, and I think the last, it's some salads and extras. We have Olivia salad, or we also call it winter salad. Winter because all vegetables we use in a salad we have in winter. We are keeping them for winter. It's a kind of mayonnaise-based potato salad. Look at the next one. It's called vinaigrette. It's very red color again, and you already know that we use red beetroot to have this color in our dishes. So in this salad, we use beetroot, onion, pickled cucumbers, boiled potatoes, carrots, and we use as a dressing like some sunflower oil and vinegar. And the most interesting, even it's interesting in the name, it's called сельдь под шубой, or herring under the fur coat. I hope that you can imagine the fur coat. Yes, and again, imagine Russian winter. So it's a chopped salted herring under like a cover made of vegetables. So it's very nice and very unusual taste. When you are in Russia, please try to find it and to try it. So Russian dish, yes, will be even more delicious if a beautiful Russian girl will serve it for you in a Russian traditional shawl. Look again that we use on it the patterns of flowers and berries, as we use in all our traditional souvenirs. Okay, next is my favorite part, since I'm a teacher of the Russian language. This is the part about Russian language. So Russian language is in a top 10 in the world, together with other, but let's not mention it. In Russia, Russian language is famous, and we have many writers who were writing in Russian. Maybe you have heard about Tolstoy, Turgenev, Chekhov, Pushkin. These are all our treasure, our writers. I'm sure you already know some words in the Russian language. On the left, what is this round one? I think you know it. This is the first Sputnik. So Sputnik is a Russian word. Then you can see three horses in one running together. This type is called Troika. This is also a Russian word. You already know balalaika, the Russian traditional instrument. You already know matryoshka, the Russian nesting doll. You already know samovar, the Russian teapot, and borщ, Russian red soup. Okay, next let's go to the Russian alphabet. Look at this. The Russian alphabet consists of 33 letters with 10 vowels, 21 consonants, and 2 signs. Actually, they do not have any sound, but we use them to harden or to soften other sounds. Russian alphabet is called Cyrillic after the 9th century monk Saint Cyril, its reputed author. You can see at the bottom the cursive letters, and they are very different from their printed counterparts. So in handwritten words, the letters are joined to one another. Look at these. And let's see the whole piece. As you can see, some letters looks familiar for you. Some letters looks familiar, but I'm sure they sound in a different way. And some letters looks like very, very different. Let's talk about this. Yes, here you can see printing letters and handwriting, like cursive letters. So also, if you can see attentively, some of them are very different for cursive, for handwriting, and for block letters, for capital letters. Okay, you can find in Russian alphabet 5 letters that are equivalent to their English counterparts. A, O, K, M, T. Totally same as English. You see, very, very easy. But then you can find 7 letters which look like English letters but sound different. First letter is not B, this is V. Next is E. Next is not H, it's N. Next is not P, it's R. S, U, and H, which is not X as well. And my favorite part, please look at the screen, surprise, these are letters which do not look like any English letters. Choose your favorite. Later you can share with me which you like more, so we can talk about pronunciation of it. Yes, look at the screen and try to find which letter do you like more, which is more amazing, which looks more amazing for you. Have a look. You see J, Sh, Sha, U, special sound. Yes, very wonderful sounds too. Okay, I hope that you choose a letter. Later, please tell me which did you like more. And let's try to read. On the left, you can see alphabet. So the sign with 3 matryoshka. This is our greeting, which we tell to our friends. Let's read together. It's written Привет. Try to understand the letters and to repeat after me. So when we say hi to our friends, we say Привет. Привет. Next, with the flower, maybe you already can read it. Спасибо. Спасибо means thank you. Look at the letters and try to read again. Спасибо. Спасибо. Thank you. And this is a funny example for you because for surely you can read it because the pronunciation is very same as Russian. It's crocodile. In Russian, it's крокодил. Look at letters. I like D inside there. Crocodile. Crocodile. Okay, I'm sure you want more and you have it. Let's learn your first 5 words in Russian. First, что? Что? What? Кто? Кто? Who? Это? Это? This or that. Он? He. Он. And the last, она. Она. She. Why did I choose these words? Because now you can make your first sentence in Russian language. You can ask a question. What is it? Что это? In Russian language, we do not have the verb to be in the present tense. So if in English you need 3 words to say it, what is it? In Russian, we actually need only 2. Что это? And let's add some question intonation. So we have что это? Что это? Okay, now try to make a question. Who is it? You have who, кто, and you have это. Now it's кто это? Кто это? Don't forget to add the question intonation. We can make a question, who is he? Кто он? Кто он? Or who is she? Кто она? Кто она? Кто она? Actually, when we speak fast, we do not make stops, we do not make pauses in between of words, so we pronounce all together. Okay, I hope that you are practicing now. And let's go next. Another greetings. Maybe you noticed during my lecture today, sometimes I consciously insert Russian words. So when you want to say yes, you say да, да. When you want to say no, you say нет, нет. You already know hello. Hello is привет, привет. And another word which we will, I'm very not happy with this, but we will use it today. It's до свидания, goodbye. До свидания, до свидания. Okay, sorry. And I prepared you, let me have some water. I prepared for you some saying about education. Russia has a lot of meaningful proverbs, which we translate as live and learn. Век живи, век учись. Transcription is written for you. Век живи, век учись. What do we mean by saying it? We say live for a century and learn for a century. So it has a very meaningful, it's a very positive meaning. Life is a learning process. So as you live, you will learn. The focus here is on the importance of education and learning for as long as you are alive. So I hope that you learned a lot today, at least a little bit today. Век живи, век учись, and I hope you will continue learning things, your students, either about Russia, Russian language, or about some other subjects. Never stop learning. Okay, the last part, since I'm here and today I'm online from the work, from the place of my work. This is our Russian Center of Science and Culture in Kuala Lumpur. And you can see the building of it. We are a part of the World Russian Government Organization called Россотрудничество, which is operating under this name for 12 years, but under other names for 95 years. We have representative offices in 80 countries. Among them, we have 73 Russian centers for science and culture. And you can see we have our pages, we have our Facebook page, we have our Instagram page, and we have our YouTube. So please feel free to come over anytime, and I hope to see all of you soon. Here we have Russian language courses. You can see some photos with our students. And we have courses offline, but online as well. I hope we will open soon. And we have other cultural and educational activities. We have concerts, we have exhibitions, and we have, here you can see the photo of tournament, chess tournament. So we have a lot of things to do. Yeah. So I hope to see you one day here offline. So I will be able to see your eyes and answer all your questions personally. Actually, this is all I wanted to tell you. So I hope that you will have some questions, and I hope you have something to ask me, because I can actually speak a lot, and it's very difficult for me to stop because Russia is big and we have a lot of things to tell about. It was extremely difficult for me to actually choose something because we have dances, we have other cultural things, we have great people. But yes, for today, I think it's enough. So, Asmahan, maybe, yes, we can go next to the question and answer session. So please help me in this.
Okay, Spasiba, Alena, thank you very much for that interesting info and facts about Russia, something that we learned a lot today. So without further ado, we're going to go to the question. There's a few questions that you will have. So please raise your hand and we will unmute you so that you can ask questions directly to Alena.
Okay, if you can make me bigger on the screen, make me a spotlight video, I can show you here. I have Matryoshka, which I promised you to show how it works.
Okay.
Do you see me on the screen?
Yeah, we can see you, but it's not
the
any
screen.
You can press spotlight video on my profile. So I think students will see me in a bigger size. Yes.
There we go. There we go.
Yes, yes. Okay. I do not have 18 pieces matryoshka. Yes, I have a smaller one. So how it works? You really open it. You open it like this. And you can see there is smaller one inside. This is a doll for children. Then you can open another one, and you have another face. And then you open again, and you can see one more face and still something inside. Yes, we have very cute and small things.
Oh,
Yeah, yeah.
That's a total of how many pieces, Elena?
It can have from 5 to, I don't know, unlimited.
Oh, wow, yeah.
Master, yeah.
Very
and
nice.
here I can show you, I have balalaika. Yes, you can see the triangle instrument. Yes, it has only 3 strings. Yeah. So I'm sorry, as I told you, I cannot play. Yeah, I cannot show. Yeah, this is the real thing. Yeah, but it has beautiful sound. If you search in YouTube and internet balalaika sound, you will find very beautiful traditional pieces. Yes. And okay, one more thing, the last one, you know that it's difficult to stop me. This is Russian traditional, how to say,
Headgear?
Yeah, like thing to cover head for girls. It's called the kakoshnik. So it looks like this. Yeah, so now I will be real Russian, look like a real Russian, not the scary one.
Oh, that's very pretty, yeah.
Yeah. And this is our traditional, not a hat, but like for women. Yes, it's called kakoshnik. Yes, it's like this.
Is that headgear for formal events or just day to day?
Nowadays, people do not wear it when they go outside, only at the cultural events, when we have some days of Russian culture, only when we have some like very traditional events. Yeah, so even I think mostly people do not have it at home, only for like, we use it for Russian dances, for cultural events.
All right, yeah. Going back to the Russian dolls, is there a significant, any story behind, you know, why there's that symbol of a Russian doll?
I think it was a traditional toy. So why we talk about it? Because it's very unusual by its shape. It's something different from other cultures. I haven't seen. I know that we have a wooden doll in Japanese culture. It's called kokeshi, and maybe it has common roots. But the Japanese doll you cannot open. It's just a wooden doll which you can play with. And Matryoshka Russian doll is really a game to play because children can open it and close it and yes, and enjoy in this way.
Yeah, very nice. Yeah, one of a kind. Yeah. Okay.
Okay, Alena, I have one question from the audience.
Yeah.
The question says, on the average, how much does it cost per month to sustain oneself as a student in Moscow?
This is easy but difficult question because when you stay in any country, the budget depends on how do you live. So some people, they can eat only rice and water, and groceries, products are very cheap in Russia. But yes, if you want to visit all museums and all theaters and travel, of course you will have different budget. So it all depends on you. In Moscow, the accommodation is quite expensive. So yes, this will take your budget. But groceries not much, and actually if you're a student, I think for students we have many discounts for transport, for museums, for theaters. We have a special student range. Yes.
Okay.
So it's difficult. It's difficult to answer. Yeah, yes.
Yeah,
Some people can live on 100 USD, and some people like 1,000 USD is not enough.
Exactly.
It all depends on you. But it's not expensive country. Especially now the ruble, the national currency, is quite cheap. So I think you have a great opportunity to enjoy Russia with spending less money.
Okay. All right. So I'm sure after this, you will see your ITM students and staff at the center.
Yes, I'm really waiting for you. I'm looking forward for it.
We'll definitely organize one to go there. Okay.
We have a little museum dedicated to Battle of Penang. And we have all souvenirs here, and we have a lot more to talk about.
Okay, I have another question on Facebook. The question asks, what are the common misconceptions about Russia? I only know from movies and they can be very misleading. So hope to get some clarification from you.
Yes. Yes, as I told you in the beginning, everybody thinks that it's only cold, it's only dark. I don't know why dark, because actually, have you heard about the expression the white nights? White nights in St. Petersburg, like it's a month in June when it's never getting fully dark. So even if 2 a.m. you go outside, it's still, of course, not light as in the daytime, but it's light. You don't need additional lights. So other thing that Russians never smile, and this is actually partly true. If you see Russians, you can think that they are not friendly because they are not smiling. In our culture, to honestly speaking, we are not smile to strangers. So we are very hospitable. We love our friends very much, but we do not have this culture like Americans, like to small talks, to smile to strangers, because I think we keep our smile to our dear ones. Yeah, but actually it doesn't mean that we are scary or we don't like everybody or things like this. No, we just the culture is different in this point of
Okay.
view. Yeah.
All right. So audience, if you have raised your hand and you will be, we will unmute you so you can ask the questions live. Check that you have your part being unmute and your hands being raised. Do you have any question? You can ask live from the audience. Any question from the audience?
Yes, I can see comments in the chat, and
Okay, so you want to address that for the time being?
people know about Matryoshka, and it's very famous in Feringi, Penang, Malaysia. Actually, I have seen it in Penang in a souvenir shop, and I was very surprised. I think it was made in China, but yeah, like it was wonderful. Like I was really happy to see parts of Russia in a Malaysian souvenir shop.
Okay. You see some of the questions in the chat section.
I don't see questions here, but I can see comments, and thank you very much for your feedback. I'm really happy to see all of you. It's now 157 people in Zoom, and some people watch us live in Facebook. So really, thank you very much for your interest. And yes, you're always welcome in the Russian Center here. It's in Jalan Ampang. So please, anytime, like not at night.
Okay.
I think, Asman, I think there is a question right there in the chat.
Yes.
Yeah, someone said, I saw the name of Russian people always end with
Wo or va? Is it common? Yes.
Yes. Okay, let's speak a little bit about Russian grammar. So all our words, nouns, they are divided into 3 genders, which are masculine, feminine, and neuter. So by the ending, we usually understand the gender of the noun. So in surnames, the same. Usually, if surname ends with a consonant, it will be man's surname. If surname ends with a vowel, usually it's a woman's surname. So, for example, my family name is Belozertseva. So, va means that like my family name, that I'm female. So, for example, my father with the same family name, he will write it as Belozertsev without a. So it means that he is a male, and this is a surname, family name suitable for men. Yes, it works like this.
Yeah. Okay. There's also a question on Russian weddings. Somebody is interested in how it is being held.
Yeah. Actually, as I told you that we have many cultures in Russia, so all nationalities, the same as here, they have usually their own way of celebrating the wedding. I will tell about Russian style. Yes, we do a celebration with some Russian traditions. So what is interesting, when man like has to pick up his girl to bring to the marriage registration office. So he comes to her house, but her friends do not let him in until the groom, right? The man in English, the groom. Until the man, the groom, will do some conditions for the friends. So usually friends let him sing songs. They ask him funny questions about the bride. They make him funny competitions. They check him in many ways. And if he cannot, how to say, if he cannot uh, do any of this, he has to pay to the bride.
Oh, okay.
So usually he goes to pick up the bride, like for many steps until her apartment. And yes, if like we consider that friends are checking if he is good or not. So if he is good, he can take his bride and they can go next to the marriage registration office. Yeah, after that, we usually, after the ceremony, we usually have some celebration in a restaurant or cafe or somewhere else. And also we have many funny contests. We are singing songs. We have dancing. Of course, a lot of food. So we enjoy it very much and do it in a very celebrative way. Yeah. So try to attend if somebody of your Russian friends invited you. Try to attend, but also be ready to actively participate, to sing, to dance, to eat a lot. Yeah.
Okay.
Like
You have so many questions. And one of the questions asks you to suggest good Russian series on Netflix. Do you have any suggestion?
I'm not sure about Netflix. I think I tried to find, but I don't remember actually now.
Okay.
If we have any, yeah, unfortunately, but we will do our best to bring some serials from Russia to Malaysian TV.
Okay.
And we are working on it. Hopefully, soon you will have chance to watch some of Russian serials on TV.
And also this question on, this is for you, Alena. Are you truly Russian? You're smiling a lot.
Yes, yes. I like since we are very friends today, right? So yes, I'm smiling a lot. We have a friendship session between Malaysia and Russia. So of course, yes, I'm very happy to see you. But yes, I'm actually, I think for me, it's my habit already to smile in my daily life as well. Yeah.
Okay. And somebody also asked for your email address if they can contact you, or they can just go to RussianCentre to
Yes.
visit the place, yeah?
Yes, you can check
Okay.
our pages in Facebook and Instagram, and the email is written there, so you can check it and write us anytime. Yeah.
Right. And also, there's this question on, are there any beauty secrets among Russians? They are very beautiful according to these questions, or do you have a traditional beauty secrets?
Thank you very much. I think for any nationality in the world, and you will agree with me, this is, if you want to be beautiful, just stay positive. Yeah, and yes, you will look very good. But it's very interesting that we have our traditional sauna, like we call it banya. It's a wet sauna, like where we come and have a Russian traditional massage by tree branches. Like it looks weird, I know, but yes, we have it. So I think it's very good for health. And after banya, when your body is very, very hot, you can jump into snow. So this difference in temperatures also make you look better and healthier, because your body will be shocked first, but it's good for the health. Yeah, but you must be healthy. Your heart must be healthy if you want to try. Yeah.
Okay. This particular question is asking you about Russian scholarship. Where can they find the information on scholarships to study in Russia?
Yes, you also can find it on our pages because we have online registration through the webpage Future in Russia. And I think we have one more page. It's called Russian Education for Malaysians. So we will announce there for the new intake, I think around November, because the intake for this year already closed. Our study year starts from September. And for the next year, yes, the intake will start in November. So just follow our announcements.
Okay. All right. And also there's someone who's interested. Do you provide any internship training for students?
We must check, because for the scholarship we also, like if in Russia we have additional programs, so they might have internship training as well. And here in the center, I'm not sure, because we are actually very small here. And yes, I don't think we have much opportunities, but please write us with any ideas. We will welcome everybody, and yes, we'll be happy to see everybody.
All right. Do we have any more questions? Looks like you have answered most of the questions here.
I can say about famous sport in Russia.
Yes, famous sports.
Yes, we like winter sports as well. So Russia is famous for figure skating. We like hockey. We like football. And yes, you could see it when we had the FIFA World Cup in 2018. Yes, we were very happy to host it. Yes, we like gymnastics, skiing, personally, I like in doing, I like skiing and skating. We learn it when we are in school. But basically we like sport. Like we do not have much of this unusual sport like rugby, but still I think all kinds of sports are represented in Russia.
Alena, that's another question for you. Do you speak Bahasa Malaysia and do you find any similarities with the Russian language?
Similarities, maybe not much in terms of grammar. It's, I think, different. Yes, I think we have some common words. For example, pineapple in Russian is ananas. So in Malay language, it's nanas. So I think it's we have words like this. Yes, I know some Malay language words. Makan, minum. I know saya, suka, anda. Yes, I know some phrases. Yes, but I do not unfortunately speak your beautiful Bahasa Malaysia. But my children do.
Okay, well then. Okay.
Yeah, just maybe I can ask a question here, Alena.
Sure.
Right, in terms of English speaking, like, can we get around and then, have like many people that will respond to us in English, or how? I mean, the usage of English among the population, if we were to travel and all that.
Russia is one language country. Yes, so basically people do not speak outside any other language, like only if they're other nationality, they can speak to each other. But we learn English at school.
All right, okay.
We learn now English, and we learn second foreign language too. In Moscow, in St. Petersburg, in big cities like Novosibirsk, I'm sure if you ask the way, people might help you, especially young people. They are more about, like, they know English more. But elder generation, maybe not much, because basically they didn't have much chances to practice. During Soviet Union, not much people could go outside. Yeah. So not much practice. That's why they might be scared, because they will be afraid not to understand me. But we have in English now written in airports, in tourist places. Of course, you can try to speak English, and I'm sure people will help you. And now also what tourists do when they come to Russia, they use phone. They use Google Translation, and they use all these programs. So now actually communication is not a problem, and like no chances for you to be lost if you have your phone with you.
Yeah. Right. Thank you. Yeah, that's good to know. Yeah.
Okay. And also announcement to all participants, you can fill in the form, the feedback form and attendance. It's in the chat section. Do we have any more questions?
I have
Yeah, we have a question about Russian language.
Yes.
Yes, I think that UITM maybe can consider like some Russian language courses.
Yes.
I think that will be great if we can implement it maybe as a second or third or fourth language, because in Malaysia you're amazing. You can speak so many languages. Yes, or anyway, anytime you can visit our center and join our programs of Russian language. So we have it. We have different programs. We have different levels. So please write us, and we will help you.
Okay.
Helsinki is not part of Russia. It's Finland. Yeah, but it's close to Russia. It's also cold there in winter. Yeah, it's Finland. Yes, it's Finland.
Okay. Thank you so much, Alena. That was very interesting and so many questions. Everybody's interested in visiting the center. I'm sure you'll see from now on, your ITM staff and students alike will be there. And we will try to organize a language class online. So we'll inform the audience when we might have it. Okay, Dr. Zainab, do you want to say something before we?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Thank you very much, Alena. That has been very enriching for all of us, especially for me. I haven't been to that part of the world. We were supposed to visit Russia with the faculty recently. However, due to pandemic, so we had to postpone it. But I'm sure given the opportunity, as shared by you, a very beautiful country, beautiful people, a beautiful culture. So I'm sure many of us here today that have been listening to what have been shared by you very much have triggered their excitement. All right, just to let everyone know also that a group of our students together with our partner, about 25 of them will actually start their Russian language and culture program. So they are here in our meet up here. So they are really excited. So with Samara University, all right, that has promoted the language and culture. So we will let our students actually venture into this part of their summer program, virtual engagement, like what we are doing today. So we wish them all the very best of luck. So your session this morning have actually created what we call a fundamental or introductory knowledge base for our participants that are going to meet their instructor this evening. And we'll see how they survive the Russian language for 2 weeks, even though it's introductory. So we wish them all the very best. So once again, on behalf of the top management of University of Technology Mara, UITM, thank you very much again to Alena, right, for the, like I said, enlightening sharing of Russian language and culture. So we do look forward. I'm sure we would like to continue our collaboration, and also we would like to encourage our students and also faculty members to take advantage of this event. And I'm sure this is only the beginning. There will be more events, and hopefully it will take us further into for future collaborations. So once again, thank you very much. So a big round of applause, like a virtual clap.
Well done, Alena, well done. So if we can you switch on your camera so that we can have a group photo, everyone?
Yeah, that's a great idea. Oh, I'm happy to see faces. Yeah, guys, see you. Yeah, hi, hello. Because I miss offline session actually so much. Yeah, so hope to see you soon.
Yeah. So let's get everyone to be like not hiding behind their cameras. So show yourselves. All right.
Is everyone in yet?
Yes, my one. One,
Ready?
2, 3. Okay, one more. 1, 2, 3. All right, another piece.
All right. Freestyle or formal?
Wait.
Go
All right,
freestyle then.
freestyle.
All
All
right.
right, 1, 2, 3. Okay, one more. 1, 2, 3. Okay, thank you.
All right,
Thank you
thank you
once
so
again.
much, everyone.
Thank you again, Alena. We'll see you
Thank you
soon.
very much. Thank you so much. And I can see here Dr. Anna Krasilnikova, the Russian lecturer
I see.
in the year. Hi, hello, and good luck, guys, in studying Russian. If you have any questions, please let us know. We will be happy to assist you. If you don't understand something, you can ask me anytime. So thank you very much. Thank you for the opportunity. Thank you,
All right.
Dr. Zainab.
Thank you. Bye-bye, everyone.
Yeah,
Bye.
thank you, everyone.
До
We'll
свидания.
post the new section. Yeah, new session.
Спасибо. До
Спасибо.
свидания. Спасибо. Спасибо.
Спасибо.
Спасибо, Alena.